Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today, this Friday evening? I hope you're doing very well. Well, I'm doing good. I finished my fall issue of Queen magazine. I completed it. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Yes. How y'all doing this evening? Have you eaten already? I haven't eaten because I have finished up my Queen magazine fall issue 2025. Yes. Your girl, your queen has completed her project. Yes, God. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, it's just a moving. Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie, and we got a lot to talk about. Who we talking about? Donald Trump. There's a lot going on. His tariffs. The judge has shut down his tariffs, y'all. Yes, God. They were illegal. Donald Trump's tariffs were illegal, but the damage is already done. The prices are shot up already. Even other countries, the prices have been marked up. So when you order from China, they're not going to drop the prices down. They raise the prices on their products, and they're charging us tariff prices. It'll have a thing telling you about it. So even though today the judge shut down Donald Trump's tariffs, the damage is already has been done to the American people. Why must we suffer? Why must we feel the pain because of Donald Trump and his goonies? Right now, there are some Republicans that are deciding not to run again in the special election or in the election for 2026. They know they're not going to win. A lot of them, they're not even going to get out and try to win over people and do any campaigning because Donald Trump's policies have broken the MAGA Republican Party. Well, I would say it has broken the Republican Party. They are now the MAGA Republican Party. And because they are the MAGA Republican Party, they have lost their base, their true base. The real people that get out there and wait in those lines and vote for the Republicans. The Republicans once had dignity. When Donald Trump came in, there's no more dignity in the Republican Party. It all has been lost. But this is life under Trump, life under the demon, the demonic spirit, the Antichrist, Donald Trump. What we talking about? Donald Trump and his goonies. We're going to listen again to the recording of the Republican telling the truth about Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. And right now, we under a felon married to an immigrant is telling us the problem is immigrants and felons. Again, a felon is married to an immigrant and telling us that immigrants and felons are the problem. Ain't that a fat bat piece of meat? Ooh, I used to like to eat fat bat back in the days. Have y'all ever eaten fat bat meat? But anyway, so Jasleen, she's y'all gonna hear the explosive taping. And like I stated before, she knows how to flatter Trump. Everybody knows Donald Trump loves flattering. People that's not that much attractive, you have to tell them what they want to hear, and they just love it. He loves to be flattered, knowing he's an ugly man. The GOP, the Predator Party, we're going to discuss that. More on the Epstein files. And even Melania Trump. We got some stuff to talk about Melania because we always discussing Donald Trump. But nobody really discusses Melania Trump. She could be just as dark inside like Donnie. Her soul can be black too. And as I stated, Trump, he freaks out because now his tariffs are invalidated by a judge. And like I told you, some of the GOP says they say that they would not return, they would not run again after the telling voters, we all going to DIE. That's what one of the GOP said, and I got something to show y'all about that. I'm gonna give you a little flashback on that. So Greg Abbott, yeah. Which we all know that Texas is getting sued by the NAACP. I wrote about that in my new fall issue of Queen magazine. So Greg Abbott officially rigs Texas maps for Donald Trump. We got to talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. And we'll talk about reality versus Trump, because Donald Trump don't live in reality. He lives in a reality show. He has he has taken America and turned it into a reality show. Every day, it's some flim flam, boom, bam, wham stuff with Donald Trump. It's never a pleasant day, life under Trump. And the Mexican president, she is uplifting her country. We're going to kind of discuss that too, why Donald Trump is bringing down America, destroying America. President Claudia Sheinbaum is lifting up her people in Mexico. Yes. Okay, I thought that's my hair going down my back. So we're going to talk about that too. We got a lot to cover, a lot of subjects today, y'all. How you doing? How you doing? Hit that like button as you are coming in. Hit the like button. Go ahead and hit it. Come on, because I'm going to make you happy. I'm here to make you feel good. I'm here to make you happy. We go together real bad. We love each other. So hit that like button. Also, if you want to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. And in my description, there's my Venmo. So if you have Venmo, bless me tonight. Also, my PayPal link is in my description as well. So if you feel a little happy and jolly and you look like you love me, you feel like you love me the way I love you, you can send me something through PayPal as well. All right, all right, all right. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to take a sip of water. One moment, please. Water is good for you, but I like to drink it out of a crystal glass because I'm a queen. And you all are my beautiful kings and queens in my chat every day. I love talking to you, beautiful kings and queens. One moment, please. So take a listen again to refresh your memory, MAGA. This is about one of the GOPs that's in Congress telling on Donald Trump that he's in the Epstein files, and the reason they're holding up the Epstein files and can't show the Epstein files because Donald Trump, he's all over them. That's what that white man said, y'all. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, it's on mute. And that ain't cute.
Preguntar mi pregunta que era. Yo sé que el Partido Unido noticias de Epstein, archivos de Epstein, quiero decir, ¿crees que Trump está en? Sí, claro que está allí, sí, porque él es el que...
Oh, they doing it in Spanish today. Let me go to the one that's not in Spanish. Y'all heard that? That particular one is Spanish, and everybody don't speak Spanish, so it's not fair. I apologize, y'all. Bear with me. Hold up, wait a minute. It's Friday. It's like I want to have a good old time. I want to celebrate. I want to dance. I want to sing to y'all, make you feel good. I'm here to give you what you want and give you what you need, baby. That's me. Hold on. Let me find it. The one that's not in Spanish, okay? Bear with your girl. Love on her the way she loves on you. I love on y'all daily. Monday through Friday, I give you what you want. I give you what you need. I'm giving you what your woman ain't even giving you. That's top beauty. Grand beauty. You come over here, you think you're picking with me? No, you come here admiring all this natural beauty that God has given me, baby. Amen. All right, all right, all right. One moment, please. I love y'all. One moment, please. I got to find that because, honey. Okay, Lord Jesus, where is it? Because he is on a recording telling on his pappy, Donald J. Trump. I let y'all listen to that, just a couple of days ago. I know I got it saved because I don't delete stuff. Hold on, babies. Y'all know I love you. What is that recording? Because I just let y'all listen to that. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I was going to find it now. I was going to find it because I got to let my people hear it again. Yeah. Come on, where is it, Jesus? Because we just listened to it the day before yesterday. Yeah. Or was it yesterday? I think it was the day before yesterday, actually. But it was one of Trump's GOP members telling that Donald Trump is all on the Epstein files. Okay, here it is. Hold on, because this one is in English. I can't do y'all like that. I'm not going to sit here and try to
been dodging town halls because he to address how he has harmed and destroyed the lives of his constituents, was caught at a GOP
Hello,
event
King
on
Alan.
a hot mic talking about the Epstein files and saying that Donald Trump's name is all over the Epstein files. The Congress member's name is Mike Collins. He represents Georgia's 10th congressional district, and he thought he was in a crowd of friends and didn't think anybody was recording what he was saying. So when a participant who was at this GOP-only event asked him about the Epstein files, he said, look, I think that Donald Trump's name is all over these files. He
He didn't say, I think he said his name was all over.
What he says, and I want you to listen very carefully, is he goes, because Donald Trump was the one who called the FBI against Epstein in order to get Epstein arrested. That Donald Trump was the hero of this fantasy world that's being created by MAGA Republican Congress member Mike Collins. First, let me play for you what was captured on this hot mic within the past few days. But then I want to tell you, it's interesting when Mike Collins
We're going to just listen to the hot mic,
Trump
not the entire video, okay?
What's fascinating about that is that when I spoke to Michael Wolff, Donald Trump's former biographer, Wolff was potentially going to be the biographer for Jeffrey Epstein, met with Epstein multiple days, has hours and hours of recorded interview with Epstein. One of the things that Epstein speculated was because he and Donald Trump were involved in so many things together, that after the two were getting litigious against each other over a real estate transaction, because they both had dirt on each other, Donald Trump may have struck first and then told on Epstein as an anonymous source, as basically an informant, if you will. Epstein was never sure. Maybe Trump told because they were doing stuff together, or Trump was there when Epstein was doing things. Epstein said to Wolff that may have taken place. And when Epstein shared that story with Wolff, that became part of Wolff's second book.
Hello, King Thomas
Siege.
Jordan.
Epstein returned from a trip
Hello, King
to the
Matt.
United States and then was arrested again.
Hello,
by
Queen
Trump's
Mary.
DOJ
Hello, King
at that
Alan. I
point
love
in
you,
time,
Alan.
after entering that non-prosecution agreement. So let's tie this all together. First, let me play for you the hot mic moment where Mike Collins, again, who's avoided town halls, here's what he said at the GOP event. Let's play this clip.
I get to ask my question, which was...
Listen carefully.
Party unity, the Epstein files, Epstein files. I mean, do you think Trump's in there?
Yeah, I'm sure he's in there. Because he's the one that was telling the FBI about it. He's the one that kicked the guy out of Mar-a-Lago and then called the FBI.
Hello,
Yeah,
it's Sigma.
So, I mean, what's going to happen? Are you going to move to release him, or just keep him?
Oh, we need to release him. I have no problem.
Hit the like button, please.
You've got to go through the judicial. We all know
Hello,
that.
King Thomas Jordan.
You know, it'd be our luck that somebody's going to bleed somebody that's supposed to be protected.
Yeah, well,
So they've got to go through and
victims' names and all that stuff.
they've got to go through and fix all of it. And then, of course, now you got judges that are saying, I'm not going to release anything, grand jury, blah, blah, blah. This lady's over here filing an appeal or whatever. And it's I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a judge, but it is more complicated than just saying, boom, here's the files, take them.
Now here, Democratic Congresswoman Stansberry says, look, even Collins is saying that Donald Trump's name is all over the files. Here, play this clip.
We know from reporting that Pam Bondi told Trump he's in the files. So these guys are totally manufacturing a smokescreen to shield the president. And in fact, there was a hot mic moment released today by Mike Collins, who's a representative from Georgia, in which he said, of course, Trump's in the files. He's all over them. So these guys know what's going on.
All right, now let's pull it back for a second. So
I have my reasons why I'm replaying that for y'all. I know I showed you that yesterday, but we don't need to watch this whole video from Midas Touch Network. Everything I show you is fair use, great for educational purpose, great research, and great entertainment. But what are we doing? We are doing research, baby. Yeah. But I showed you that because it's going to lead into some other things, okay? All right. So, it has been said a felon married to an immigrant is telling us that the problem is immigrants and felons. Melania's an immigrant and Donald Trump is a 34-count felon. So Ghislaine Maxwell telling lies to flatter the little trumpet boy Dunny, the diaper boy.
The president was never inappropriate with anybody. He was a complete gentleman with a dazzling mind and
She wants a
sparkling
pardon.
wit, a man of deep moral conviction. Always the first to
Deep
speak
moral
up when he witnessed
conviction. Grab him by the
injustice or cruelty,
PUSSY.
whether
Oh
one's
no.
name taken in vain. He was deeply faithful to his wife of 60 years, Eleanor, and after her untimely demise, he took a vow of celibacy. Every penny he earned, he gave away to the sick and needy and refused recognition. When he wasn't nursing an injured sparrow back to health, he was painting portraits of martyrs.
Child, that woman lying. Y'all know Donald Trump ain't. Donnie cheated on all his wives. So we don't know who she's talking about when she's making those statements. Flattering goes a long way with the fat boy that wears a diaper. So the GOP is a purgatory party. Prominent Republican arrested for spiking granddaughter's ice cream. That's who MAGA is. MAGA Republicans are pedos. I'm going to read it to you again before I show you the video. Yeah. GOP is a predatory party. Prominent Republican arrested for spiking granddaughter's ice cream. Y'all sick in the head. Real bad. I don't go together real bad with pedos, no.
At what point people are going to start asking themselves, man, it seems like so many prominent Republicans wrapped up in this type of behavior. The Republican Party has become the party of child predation. The Republican Party is the party of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. It's a party of projection. It's a party of blaming the other side for the thing that they are so desperately guilty of. Every time you hear about someone convicted of being a predator against
It's a
children,
Republican.
invariably it's a Republican. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today.
They're
this
sick
North Carolina
in the head.
county election chairman who has been arrested for, allegedly, it's not alleged that he was arrested, but the crime that he's alleged to have committed is dosing his granddaughter's ice cream with cocaine and ecstasy, MDMA. And this is a man who has been given power as an election chief in this county, a Republican. But first, let me remind you where we are in this country. Just a few days ago, when Donald Trump held his little weird press conference in the White House press room, and Kash Patel got up there and was ranting and raving about how they're stopping child trafficking.
Hit the like button, please. Thank you.
And looks guilty as all with his face. Whatever he's doing with his face. Just trying
Donnie is so ugly.
To implode within himself, to make himself so small as to not be seen, as to not be recognized as the very threat that Kash Patel is describing. Remember this moment, and then we'll move on to the North Carolina story.
And we have also arrested 1,600 people.
Watch Trump's ugly face very carefully.
Children. 270 of them.
It's like, oh, he talking about me. Oh, he talking about me.
Mr. President, this is what happens when you have great leadership at the Attorney General with Pam Bondi. Your administration's priority of protecting the homeland and protecting American citizens and protecting our children.
Somebody need to protect us from Donald.
He's the representative of the Department of Justice.
He's a representative of the
Kash Patel is an
pedos.
employee of the Department of Justice.
Hit that like
director of
button,
the
please.
FBI,
Thank you.
Talking about how they're going to be holding these child predators accountable. They're going to be
He's
stopping
one.
child trafficking, all of these vile crimes. They are certainly vile, but they are certainly not being combated by Donald Trump's DOJ. DOJ
They
is now
protect the
holding
pedos.
secret, finally made public transcripts of meetings with Ghislaine Maxwell, a convicted
Donald Trump is beta.
trafficker of children.
He's
giving
not
her
alpha. He
sweetheart
whine too
deals.
much.
Possible
He
want
wanna
to
take it in the bun.
for Donald Trump's decades-long good friend Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the lover and co-conspirator of Jeffrey Epstein, his best friend of 15 years. The family of Virginia Giuffre, a victim of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, they had this to say about this meeting
And alleged
about the
Prince
Republican
Andrew's
Party that is now
victim.
protecting the violators
Good
of
Friday,
children's
Queen
innocence.
Victorious one.
This is the article from NBC News. Justice Department gave Ghislaine Maxwell a platform to rewrite history, quote unquote. Family of Epstein accuser says. Virginia Giuffre's family said they are outraged by the agency's decision to release transcripts from Maxwell's bizarre interview with Deputy Attorney General, and they don't say it, but former personal defense attorney of Donald Trump, Todd Blanche. Quote, by moving convicted felon Maxwell to a minimum security country club prison, the DOJ sends a disturbing message that child sex trafficking is acceptable and will be rewarded, the family said Saturday in a statement.
I rest my case. The GOP, they reward pedos. Like Pam Bundy and Cash Patel, they are rewarding Donald Trump. And his name is all over the Epstein file. But what does Pam Bundy and Cash Patel have the FBI to do? Over 1,000 FBI agents have redacted Donald Trump's name and what he has done from the Epstein files. So that's protecting an abuser. Oh, God, I feel like a piece of hair on my lip. Ooh. Anyway, I can't get it right now. That's protecting someone that is a SA abuser. That's what the MAGA Republicans are all about. They're about SAing, being a pedophile. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to listen to something that has to do with Epstein right quick.
14 years old. Like, what the hell?
She's a victim.
When you're that young.
Jennifer Arose grew up in New York with dreams of becoming a Broadway actress. She was thrilled when she was accepted to a performing arts high school in the city. And it was outside that school back in 2001, she says, a woman first approached her.
She was definitely
Jasleen.
trying to get to know me. Trying to find out, where I was from, where I grew up, who I lived with.
Arose says the woman kept showing up, talking to her, sometimes offering to buy her lunch or a soda.
The first time.
Arose says the recruiter brought her to Epstein's townhouse, just blocks from the school. 18 years old.
Maxwell
You
brought
very
her
well
there.
my age. You know exactly, who he was hanging out with, I don't think he cared. Kind of brought me into the table, and I just did what he told me to do. I was really scared. I didn't necessarily think that he was,
Hit the like button,
going
please.
to rape me.
Did he hold you there?
Yeah,
No question in your mind. He knew you did not want that to happen.
oh yeah. No, he definitely, there was no way. I was like, I don't want to
She
say
was a child.
screaming or anything of that nature, but I was terrified, and I was telling him to stop. Please stop,
And did he?
No, he did not stop. Yeah, no, it's my fault. Like, I was like obligated, like that's just what you're supposed to do. So
This is Epstein's victim,
really
one of his
better.
victims.
My gosh, I was 14
Survivors.
Years old. What the hell do you know when you're that young?
Jennifer Arose grew up in New York with dreams of becoming a Broadway actress. She was thrilled when she was accepted to a performing arts high school in the city. And it was outside that school back in 2001, she says a woman first approached her.
She was definitely trying to get to know me. Trying to find out, where I was from, where I grew up, who I lived with.
Arose says the woman kept
That's what
showing
abusers
up,
do.
talking
They ask
to her,
a lot of
sometimes offering
questions.
to buy her lunch or a soda.
The first time.
Arose says the recruiter brought her to Epstein's townhouse, just blocks from the school. 18 years old.
Yeah, he knew very well my age. You know exactly, who he was hanging out with, I don't think he cared. Kind of brought me into the table, and I just did what he told me to do. I was really scared. I didn't necessarily think that he was, going to rape me.
Did he hold you there?
Yeah,
And y'all think that Donald Trump, I got a piece of hair on my lip. I got to get off. It's going to drive me crazy. Hold on, y'all. A piece of long hair stuck on my lip. I got it off. There was a piece of long hair on my lip. Y'all think that Donald Trump was friends with this man and he wasn't joining him in the escapades? I was going to say the other word, but you can't say that word. Y'all really believe that he was friends with this man so long and the guy ex-trafficked some of the girls from his business? And y'all believe that Donald Trump wasn't in on the escapades? Okay. Hold on, y'all. I got to get that hair off my lip. But I can't see it, so I don't know where it went. Ah, it's going to drive me crazy. Okay. I hope I got it up. Hit the like button, beautiful kings and queens. Come on, give me some love. Hit that like button, baby. I didn't come here to work for nothing. Give me them likes. Because I come in, I give you what you want, I give you what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's me. So, there's no way that they was friends that many years. And he allowed Epstein to come to his spa and take young girls from there. But think about it. Donnie knew. But he never reported it. Why, Donnie? Why did you not report Epstein coming to steal, that's Donnie's exact word, those girls from his spa? Underage girls. Yeah. So let's take a ride back down memory lane. There's a reason I'm showing you this. Wait just a moment. One moment. I'm not going to play the music, but just pay attention to the photos that are flashing. And then we're going to get to Melania Trump, because this is getting to her. No angel. She's no angel. Definitely not a queen. Uh-oh, I can't play the music. Hold on. Pay attention to the photos. Who was at the wedding? Epstein. Remember at the beginning? I don't know Epstein. It has been said that Epstein was seeing Melania before Trump did. That's the allegedly, but that's what's being said. The biographer Wolf said it, that Epstein told him that. Pay attention to the photos. They was road dogs, y'all, I'm telling you. Flight log, Donald Trump's name is on the flight log. He said he never been to Epstein's home. Liar, liar, pants on fire, Donnie. You never been good at lying. That's why your marriages didn't work. I can still feel hair on my lipstick. Oh, God. So now, this is about Melania Trump, y'all. Well, all eyes on Trump. Who's watching Melania Trump? Who's watching her? Let's take a listen to this. Listen carefully and pay attention. Uh-oh, it's on mute. Hold on.
They feel like she's... It seems like nobody's watching Melania Trump because they feel like she's just some sort of fashion accessory. But you know who I'm watching? Her. Because it's always the quiet ones that play the longest game. See, Donald screams so loud you can hear him from 3 states over. But Melania, she slips under the radar. That's power because while everybody is distracted with his circus, she's carefully shaping her own lane. Publishing books, selling crypto, dropping letters to world leaders like Putin, launching campaigns with a polished smile that makes her look above the fray. That's how you build longevity. You let the chaos shield you, and you plant seeds for the future.
Yep.
Think about it, she's now the only first lady to serve in 2 non-consecutive terms. And that means influence, legacy. And every time she shows up, silent but present. State dinners, bill signings, even photo ops. The calm one, the palatable one. The normal face of a deeply abnormal administration. And that makes her more dangerous, not less, because she is the one that people underestimate.
Hit that like button, please.
Melania has figured out the sweet spot. Let Donald do the screaming, and she'll do the positioning. He's the fire, she's the velvet glove. And history shows us that it's always the ones who stay quiet, who avoid the spotlight, that often carry the most influence behind closed doors. I'm willing to bet she's been carving out power this entire time. And her power is going to turn into books, policies, and a legacy that long outlasts the noise. So yeah, laugh at Trump all you want, but don't sleep on Melania. Because the silent ones, they're the ones rewriting the script while everyone's busy heckling. It seems like nobody's watching Melania Trump because they feel like she's just some sort of fashion accessory. But you know who I'm...
I've been watching her. I get on here and talk about the heifer. I don't owe her any loyalty. So I can come on here and say what I want to say about her as long as I'm stating the facts on old gal. She's a gal to me. And that's what y'all used to call black people back in the days. That gal over there. Well, Melania Trump is a gal that once was said she been with Epstein. Oh, Lord, did she really be? I don't know. But Donald Trump's in Epstein's biographer said that Epstein said that Melania was his first. And I don't put it past him because Donald Trump was in competition with Epstein. Epstein had a house. This is why they really fell out, y'all. Epstein had a house that he told Donnie about he was going to purchase for $30 million. But what does Donnie do? He goes behind Epstein back and steal it off and under and purchase for $40 million. But Epstein said, his biographer said, that Epstein told him that Donnie didn't even have $40 million. But it was said that and alleged that Donald Trump was money laundering for a Russian guy. So he purchased it for a Russian guy, and the Russian guy ended up with the home. Money laundering probably? Okay. And that's why they really fell out. But it was said to Wolf as well that Melania Trump got down dirty with Epstein. Really? Well, inquiring minds want to know, Melania. We can look at you and look at your new photos that you say are art. But you never told anybody about them until they came out. And years later, you want to say something because you felt shame. So you felt like you had to own up to them. Honey, when I tell you that old Russian Putin put them all over the news in Russia, Donnie didn't even say anything back. Donnie has no backbone. He is not an alpha male. Donnie is a beta. That's who Donald Trump is. The one with the cankles and the swollen stomach and the entire body that's swollen is Donald Trump. He ain't fooling anyone. His wife is a ho, ho, ho in a Merry Christmas. And she gets plenty of gifts. First, the gift was Epstein. Now the gift is Donald Trump, and she hit the jackpot, in my opinion. Because when he crunks over, she gonna get it, babe. She gonna get it all. She even gonna inherit his first wife's body buried at one of the golf course. Yeah. Oh, dirty Donald. Dirty, low-down, dirty dog is he to bury that first wife at a golf course. And the grass don't grow up. There's no big, beautiful tombstone. No flowers, just grass. His children should feel ashamed. Oh, that hair gonna drive me crazy on my lip. It's long so I can feel it. So we're gonna talk about Donald Trump as he freaks out about his terrors being taken away by the judge, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute.
We have some big news right now. Donald Trump is freaking out about today's decision in validating his tariffs. He said in a Truth Social post minutes ago saying all tariffs are still in effect. He's not fully wrong. The court gave until October 14th for them to be invalidated. He said today, a highly partisan appellate court incorrectly stated that our tariffs should be removed, but they know the United States of America will win in the end. If these tariffs went ever away, it would be a total disaster for the country. It would make us financially weak, and we have to be strong. He then goes on to say, now, with the help of the United States Supreme Court, we will use them to the benefit of our nation and make America rich, strong, and powerful. Again, thank you to the attention to this matter. He obviously is trying to go to the United States Supreme Court now before October 14th deadline to appeal today's decision invalidating his tariffs regime. He is very, very upset, and he's freaking out about it because this is a central tenet of his economic policy. We'll see what the Supreme Court does, but right now, he is not happy. Spread the word so more people know. Do a full breakdown.
I am so glad Donald Trump is not happy. Be sure to go to YouTube and subscribe to Aaron Partners. He's brilliant. I love him. I'm glad. But like I said, the damage is already done with the tariffs because the pricing has gone up. And I doubt China and everybody else you order from. I order from China too. Yes, I do. So the prices went up. Shein and all the others, they just up. Temu, where I order my kitchen stuff from. I order this faucet thing. TikTok, I order this little faucet thing as well. It flips over and everything. You can wash your face. The water go up in your face. I order that. So the tariffs is already done. Donnie screwed America over. He should be locked up for that. That is abuse. So, right now, the GOP leader, Joni Ernst, says she would not run again after telling voters we're all going to clunk over, you know what I mean, DIE, to justify cutting health care. Y'all remember that lady? I showed that video, and she said that to the American people. She did. She's a Republican, MAGA Republican, so I don't expect anything different. No, I don't. But anyway, do y'all recall when she said to the crowd, people are going to DIE? She said, well, we all going to DIE. Yeah, she said that. The racist woman. She just let it slip from her mouth so flamboyantly, y'all. She didn't have a care about the American people. She just like Donnie. We don't care that you don't like us, but dang, the American people are already suffering. Why lay it on us even heavier with telling us we all gonna DIE? She just didn't give a damn. So, government loose anus, Abbott is proud to be a racist. Hold on.
Texas is now more red in the United States Congress. Texas is now more red in the United States Congress.
Governor loose anus Abbott is bragging about redlining because he's trying to stop the black people from getting out there and vote. But you know what? We gonna vote because I don't never miss vote. My daddy told me when you turn 18, you have a right to vote. You are legal to vote at 18, and I never miss the time to vote, y'all. I even go for the small election, special election, local election, all of it. I am going to get my voting in. I never, ever miss voting. I am a vote machine. Me, Queen Lillie. Get your vote in. They got special elections coming up. And the ones they had this week, who won? The Dems. They knocked them out the box. Knock them out the box. That's what we've been doing because the Democrats are powerful. We are mighty. We are all kings and queens that got so much greatness within us. We're going to allow it to come through our pores and hopefully it can pour on y'all regular MAGA Republicans because you need Jesus. We need to give you some Jesus juice, yeah, because y'all demons. So, Greg Abbott officially rigged Texas maps for Donald Trump. And this is from Gavin Newsom, what he had to say. He said, Abbott is Trump's #1 lapdog. And he ain't never lied, y'all. He's Trump's #1 lapdog. He said, congratulations on your new position as Trump's #1 lapdog. I know you worked hard for it, Abbott. And he worked hard. But he's going to lose Texas to the Dems too. Because when he tried to F it up for black people, he opened up 10 more seats for Dems. Yeah. So anytime you try to hurt God's chosen ones, the blessed ones that was here on this earth before anyone, you actually effing yourself in your own race. Not smart, Abbott. Not smart, lapdog. Not smart, government loose anus Abbott. He like to take it in the bun. Y'all know what I mean? So, one moment, please.
We have some big news right now. 2 major re-election bids have just... First, Joni Ernst in Iowa is not running for re-election as senator, and Rebecca Bradley, a justice on the Wisconsin Supreme Court,
hit the like button, please.
Not running for re-election in Wisconsin. Now, here's the thing. This is a major trend that we're seeing across
hey,
the
Queen
country.
Patricia.
Republicans are not running for re-election, and it signifies that the Republican Party is nervous about re-election chances. In Iowa,
hey, Travel now, Frank.
Caitlin Dray literally won a special election in a Trump plus 11 district, flipping the seat from red to blue and breaking the Republican supermajority. And just days later, Joni Ernst, the United States senator, decides not to run for re-election. It's not a coincidence. And in Wisconsin, Rebecca Bradley's decision not to run for re-election opens up a major battle for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Theoretically, if Democrats win that seat, they could have a hold on the Supreme Court for a long time. Major shift is happening right now. As always, spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown of this on my Substack linked in bio. Subscribe for free and follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have
subscribe to the great Aaron Partners on YouTube. He's on Instagram. Follow him on Instagram. He's on TikTok. He is on Threads. All of the social medias. Aaron Partners. AARONPARNAS. I love him. He's amazing. So, Trump the liar versus the truth. The fool is such trash. Where's his casket? Where is Donald Trump's casket? Who gonna kick him over? Donnie kicked the bucket. When? I'm ready for him to kick the bucket.
President, welcome back to Maryland, sir. Welcome back to Maryland. It's good to see you.
Uh-oh, it's frozen. Give it a moment. It'll unfreeze. Donnie lied. Pay attention.
Great to have you back here.
He never said he's the best president. Listen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Well,
Reality versus Trump.
we were very, very anxious to be able to work closely with you, and I know the key bridge is something that we're it's going well. I mean, we spoke with Speaker Johnson yesterday, and Speaker Johnson says he believes that we're close to the 100% cost share, and the thing is, I told him when we get that 100% cost
Reality
share,
versus
we're going
Trump.
to be open over the key bridge and under your watch, because I will have it done in 28. On time, on budget. We'll help you out. Thank you, sir.
I met him at the Army Navy.
Now listen to him tell a lie.
I'd love to see you. He came over to me, hugged me, shook my hand.
He did not hug him.
He said, "Sir, you're the greatest president of my lifetime."
He never said that.
It's really nice that you say that. I'd love you to say it publicly, but I don't think you can do that, so it's okay. But no, sir, you're doing a fantastic job.
Donald Trump is mentally ill, in my opinion, because that guy never said those words.
He's knocking the hell out of me, so, but that's all right. It's called politics.
He's not well.
President, welcome back.
MAGA. What's your excuse for that? He flat out lied because Westmore never, and I played, and you heard the recording, Westmore never said to Donald Trump, "You're the best president ever." He never even hugged the man. He handshake, which I don't like handshaking because you can get germs like that. Anyway, he never said that. Donald Trump is a compulsive liar. He is the biggest liar in the entire world. Yes, in the entire world, in my opinion, because all day long he just lied. The Mexican president is uplifting her country. She has pulled them out of poverty, while Donnie Boy is destroying America every single day. So it says, I'll show you and I'm going to read it to you. Breaking: Mexican superstar President Claudia Sheinbaum enraged MAGA world by demonstrating what a real leader can do by opening 31 hospitals and helping raise 13.4 million people out of poverty. Donnie is putting America in poverty. That's what he's doing. He's not helping us. He's hurting us. So it says, this is from Occupy Democrats. Breaking: Mexico's superstar President Claudia Sheinbaum just humiliate MAGA world by showing what real leadership looks like, opening 31 new hospitals and helping lift 13.4 million people out of poverty. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is cutting $1 trillion from Medicaid and grinding America's poor even further into the dirt. Sheinbaum proudly announced 31 hospitals delivered this year, 12 new health centers, 256 operating rooms, fully equipped, construction starting on 20 more hospitals, healthcare delivered directly to every elderly and disabled person's home. That's what progress looks like. Thanks to Claudia Sheinbaum and her predecessor, AMLO, Mexico has tripled the minimum wage, slashed poverty by 26%, and put cash directly in the hands of the poorest citizens. Experts call it a historic watershed moment for the Mexican economy. Contrast that with Trump, rural hospitals shutting down, Medicaid gutted, $1 trillion. The top 10% of earnings getting richer while the bottom 10% loses $1,200 a year. Terrors and chaos tearing apart our economy and global alliances. Sheinbaum is building hospitals, lifting up workers, and striking smart trade deals with Brazil on beef, biofuels, and electric vehicles. Trump is enriching himself while dragging America into new dark age. He is now worth $3.5 billion. He was not worth that when he went in this term. No. Imagine what we could achieve in the U.S. if we had a leader like President Claudius Sheinbaum instead of a petty, corrupt reality TV con man. We could accomplish a lot. We could. But MAGA prefer trash in the Oval Office. That's what they prefer. President Claudius Sheinbaum is the truth. She is the true champion. Canada is doing business with her and no longer with America. China has begun and has switched a lot of its business over with who? Mexico. And even other countries because Donald Trump is trash. And he don't want America to prosper. He want to bring us to our knees so we can be peasants begging the king, a fake king. That's his vision. So let's listen to Christina Talks Tea. And I love this woman. Uh-oh. And this is about Donald Trump canceling our girl, VP Kamala Harris, security. When President Joe Biden gave her up to 18 months of security, he signed her up for that. And Donald Trump takes it from her. But every time he takes from a black person, God takes from him. He did it to Vice President VP Kamala Harris. And what did God do? Took his terrorists from her. He just grabbed them from her. You ain't no child of mine. You a reprobated mind, Donnie.
Well. So, Madam Vice President, our first...
Hit the like button, please, everybody.
Black, multicultural female Vice President is about to go on tour to promote her new book. And sales are projected
Tell
to
him,
be
Christina.
through
Tell
the
him.
roof.
Donnie jealous.
Yes, indeed. Not just the sales, baby, but the
I
tour
love this
itself.
woman. Thank
Honey,
you.
the people are
Thank you for that
clamoring
like. I need more
to
likes,
see
people.
Miss
Thank
Harris
you.
and get her to sign their book. And Daddy just could not handle this.
I'm going to her
no,
book
it
signing.
hurt his ego in a major fucking way. So he came out today to say that he's going to suspend and cancel her Secret Service.
He's jealous. He's low IQ.
You know me. I love to be petty. But the way he does his petty plays, so mediocre, I like to say. Do you think taking her Secret Service detail away is going to prevent her from outdoing your book sales? Or the book sales of all the other books of propaganda that you like to promote over there on your Not-So-Trues? Oh, baby, it's about to give you the blues. Because she's still going to go on tour, and we're still going to meet her there.
Yep.
And she's still going to sign her books, and she's
Yep.
still going to be raking it in, my
Queen
friend. And there's
VP
nothing
Kamala
you can
Harris.
do, not even suspending and canceling her Secret Service detail. She's going to continue to make you look like a fool. And she doesn't even have to try.
She's high IQ.
You do it all by yourself, Daddy. All by yourself. But I just want you and the rest of the Red Hat fools up there to know that once you're gone and you are no more, so will be their Secret Service details, baby. Okay. Well.
I'm going to read somebody comment they put in my chat. Someone said, please, God, let me find it. Lawfully, a vice president only gets 6 months of Secret Service. That is true. But the previous president signed for her to get even longer. So it is lawful because he was the president at that time. Donald Trump ain't followed not one law since he's been in that office. So don't you come in my chat with your bullshit and tell me about what is lawful. He is an unlawful being. He is the monster in the Oval Office that wears a diaper and he smells bad. And he cheated on all his wives. And he has 34 felonies. And what does he say? Grab him by the P-U-S-S-Y. Don't you come in my chat with that. I will straighten your hair and give you Botox that you need. And I will give you a behind that you don't have back there because you flat as a pancake. Sit up and follow my rules. Don't you ever do it again. I must continue. Uh-oh. How did it get on mute? Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. But anyway, we depend on you, Lord. Lord, why you let the monster wake up this morning with so much hell in his rotten heart? He is so envious of Queen Kamala Harris. She's high IQ, that's why. Donald Trump and his cabinet are only targeting black people. Jealousy. Because everybody that they're targeting that are black and they're firing and fucking with are black with high IQ, Harvard graduates, etc. Highly educated, while Donald Trump is dumb. Melania Trump, porn star, news all over the place. Russia just placed him all over the news, and Donnie didn't say a damn thing. No, he's low IQ. He's scared of Putin. I ain't scared of no ghosts.
Some big news this morning. Donald Trump woke up and decided to cancel Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection. Yes, he
jealousy.
According to CNN, Donald Trump decided to cancel any Secret Service protection Kamala Harris has starting on September 1st in just a few days. This comes as she is also preparing to go on a book tour. Now, here's what you need to know. Vice presidents get Secret Service protection for about 6 months after they leave office. But President Biden signed a memorandum that was not previously disclosed that gave Kamala Harris an extra year of Secret Service protection, which means that she would have Secret Service protection well into next year.
She needed protection because of MAGA is crazy.
Threats that she has faced. But Donald Trump decided, you know what? No, Kamala Harris does not get more Secret Service protection, and he is revoking it just days before she is supposed to go on her book tour. Now, Harris will likely have to seek out private security as a result of this.
And I know people that's in the military, they're already going to do it free. They've been messaging me on Instagram. So she ain't got to worry.
We have some big news this morning.
She ain't got nothing to worry about. She going to outsell all the books Donnie has ever had written about him and all his lies, and there's no greatness in Donnie. And Melania Trump, outsell them all. She ain't got to worry. I'm definitely going to get mine, baby. Yeah. So, this comes from the Shade Room. Be sure to follow them on YouTube as well. It says, Trump revoked Secret Service protection for Kamala Harris despite Biden's 18-month extension. So, I'm going to read the article to you, okay? Pull up, MAGA. Take a listen, because you know you don't hear very well. You're old and stale with rotten teeth and booty dudes. That's what you got. Okay, now hit that like button. Come on, hit that like button right now. Stop playing in my beautiful face. Okay, it says, Donald Trump has revoked U.S. Secret Service protection for former Vice President Kamala Harris. A senior advisor to Harris told NBC, the Vice President is grateful to the United States Secret Service for their professionalism and dedication and unwavering commitment to safety, the advisor said. A White House official confirmed the move, noted that the former vice presidents are typically entitled to 6 months of protection after leaving office. Under a 2008 law, the Secret Service can extend coverage for former vice presidents, their spouses, and children under 16 for that period. However, a Secret Service official told NBC that President Joe Biden had signed an exclusive memorandum in January granting Harris another 18-month extension for protection, an 18-month extension. Since January, Trump has revoked Secret Service protection for several people, including Hunter and Ashley Biden, and former NIAID Director Anthony Fauci. So, Donnie was getting his get back, but his get back ain't gonna hurt her, honey. It don't matter if it don't hurt you, honey. Donnie, you're wasting your time. You need to save your energy because you know you close to death. You fat, overweight, you swollen, boy. Your heart is gonna be smushed from all that fat around it. You just cause yourself more stress. You got patches all over your hands because that heart is bad. Jealousy is a MFer. He's jealous of the black people. God dang it, Donnie. I can't help you didn't get the best education. And Kamala Harris can't help you neither, that she was an attorney general, etc. She's done so much. She's been in Congress, the vice president, and she actually really beat you and you cheated. You told us that the election was rigged in your favor, Donnie. Do you think we forget? I have it on recording. Your mouth, your paper-thin lips are telling us that you had a rigged election. You said that Elon Musk knows those voting machines better than anyone. Well, Danny, we know you better than anyone. We know you're a con man and a thief. What does Satan, the Antichrist, does? He still cheat and destroy. And that is you. One moment, please. One moment. One moment. MAGA supports the Antichrist. And they celebrate supporting the devil, honey. They are Satan's people. So MAGA is definitely a cult. They have gone from wearing a maxi pad on their ears, wearing diapers, to all out crazy, wearing tattoo bruises on their crusty hands. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to disappoint you. I'm going to let you see what MAGA is doing. They're terrible. They spend their money on stupid stuff when they could at least pay for education. So, look at the tattoos, the fake tattoos they're putting on their heads. MAGA, the demon Republicans. Hit that like button. Come on. MAGA, the demon Republicans. They are sore losers. And right now, the Republicans are taking such a loss this week. They have lost a couple of their seats. To who? The Democrats, the blue team. Yeah, we're winning. Yeah, we wear a W on our head. Well, y'all got to wear the L as a loser. Yeah. So let's listen to something about this. And this is all Donald Trump's fault because he doesn't believe in GUN control. And we listened to some of it yesterday, but I want to refresh our memory who the MAGA Republicans are. There are people that believe in allowing people to walk around with pals that should not have them. They don't care to get them mentally evaluated before getting to carry a pal. So beautiful children were GUN downed by a Republican, by a MAGA Republican. Yeah.
Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary.
All Donnie's fault.
And don't just say this is about
hit the like button, get me to
right
100 beautiful kings and queens.
It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends.
Amen.
They should be playing on the playground.
Yes, God.
They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same.
But the mediocre white man, he can't help himself. The mediocre white man just got to go do some sins. While they sitting in church praying, you pow-powing them.
Because, I don't know, but,
it's sad. All of them always mediocre white men that pow-pows people at the church and schools.
And,
oh, baby, don't cry. You're going to make me cry.
It is a very specific...
Subscribe to Keith Edwards, please, on YouTube.
...experiences when they lose someone they love at the hands of someone else. And the thing is this doesn't just hurt that family. This has ricocheting effects that can impact generations of people.
Beautiful kids. It's sad. It is so sad. It froze, but let's see if it unfreezes. What if it doesn't unfreeze? The point has been made. Be sure to subscribe to Keith Edwards. Do you hear me, MAGA? Go and subscribe to Keith Edwards because you know you're nosy. You don't do nothing but sit around and drink beer and get a bigger beer gut every day. You ain't got nothing better to do. So while they were ordering FBI agents to spend their time flagging mentions of Trump in the Epstein files so they could decide what not to release to the public, the Minneapolis school shooters' plans were visible on the internet for a month. Children had to DIE so they could protect a corrupt pedophile. That's what you was doing, Pam Bundy, redacting the name of somebody that grabbed them by the PUSSY. Somebody that has been convicted of SAing women And he owns up to it. Well, that's what we can do. When you're famous, you are allowed to do it. And no, Donnie, you're not allowed to grab women by their PUSSY, and they haven't told you can. That's SA. They are protecting a SA abuser who sits behind a resin desk like he's mighty and some king when he's just pure trash, demonic. That's who Donald Trump is. He is the Antichrist, in my opinion. And I stand in it. So we're going to hear Tim Walz again today because I have to refresh our memory who Donnie is. Donald J. Trump is a monster who sits in that Oval Office and pays all these stupid bills. And that's why his terrorist has been shut down.
Privilege of
Uh-oh. I put it on mute. Hold on.
lifetime would stand beside someone we know was the most qualified and would have been a fantastic president in a President Harris. And look, we wouldn't wake up every day to a bunch of shit on TV and a bunch of nonsense. We would wake up to an adult with compassion and dignity and vision and leadership.
Dignity matters.
Not a man-child crying about whatever's wrong with him.
He's a man-child, yep, definitely. A beta.
May his fat ankles find something today.
Hey, tell it, baby. Tell it, Tim.
But look, I think
his fat ankles. He's hiding his fat ankles behind the resident desk in the Oval Office. That's what Donnie's doing. Because he used to like to stand and do those little stupid hand things, and that ain't number witchcraft. Nobody won't say, you can't hypnotize me because I know the Lord, baby. I know my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And Donald Trump is not my savior, MAGA. He ain't even your savior. He's the Antichrist, in my opinion.
Administration is the most corrupt administration in American history. Everything that they do is suspect, and everything that they do is a distraction from something else. Every week, we come into a week expecting a couple of insane things to happen, and then so many others happen because Donald Trump is the king of distraction. Why are there paramilitary forces on the streets of Washington, D.C., terrorizing
There's no
people
reason for it.
Destroying the economy for local small businesses? Why did we just give ICE $170 billion and now they're making
But they take away from Medicaid
for
and
themselves?
Medicare.
The economy is not in a good place. Healthcare is being ripped away from 17
Hit
million
the like button,
Americans.
please. Thank you.
Donald Trump is again going after his political opponents. Ironically, this is somebody, John Bolton, who was on his team. But he's an authoritarian. This is a dictator. I'm the daughter of two immigrants who fled an authoritarian regime, and every single thing that this administration has been doing since January, from going after the press to going after the media to universities to political opponents, is authoritarian at its absolute worst. And so it's important to remember the grand scope of things that are happening, the corruption and the authoritarianism, and this case falls well within that. The Trump administration is the most...
See, when the white man do his sins, let me read this comment. Somebody said to my Queen Victoria's one that what Donald Trump did is not wrong. It's locker room talk. Talking about abusing a woman is locker room talk? Are you kidding me? That is abuse in the worst form, and he ain't getting to heaven. I don't care how much he talk about he want to go to heaven. And the things he's saying he got to do to get to heaven, those are not things that have anything to do with our Lord and Savior. Not one decimeter, a meter to do with getting into heaven. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. In my opinion, he's never going to see heaven. He's a reprobated mind. God don't hear him. He's shunned Donald Trump. All right, all right.
Need to take your head out of Trump's and start doing your representation of us. I would appreciate you
hit the like button. Thank you.
U.S. Constitution book, read it, study it, make your own lines underneath it, and get Trump out of office. The man is a dictator. He knows nothing about what he talks about.
Amen.
Do you think we're idiots?
They do.
Do you think we don't pay taxes? Do you think that we don't have to make budgets?
We do.
You talk about half-truths when I listen to you. You know nothing about taking care of children because you've always had a really good-paying job. You're not helping me.
He ain't helping none of us. Those MAGA Republicans, they ain't helping us. They're fattening their pockets while we're getting poor. Wake up, America. Wake up, MAGA. He don't want you. He don't love you. And if he see your body, ooh, he gonna talk trash and he the one out of shape. But he's gonna really bash you while he's sitting up there eating McDonald's daily. So, let me put this on mute. Can't play music. Hold on. So, Nebraska voted 59.32% in favor of Trump. Now, his policies are destroying their economy. I love it. Trump received a call from Mr. Pillen, the governor of Nebraska. He has a problem. Let me take a sip of water on it. He has a problem, honey. Well, you wanted him in there. He has a problem. Turns out, migrant farm labor fled the state, causing a crash in tax revenues, and China has held back $2 billion of soybean orders from Nebraska farmers, with the expense of planting already being sunken into the ground. Overall, Nebraska is facing a net loss of $15 billion of sales from its economy and $350 million from its tax base. Donnie is hurting the economy. Yes, MAGA, your savior, your daddy is bringing down the United States. He is running it into the ground because he's a monster. He is like Satan. What does the Antichrist do? He kill, steal, and destroy. Read your Bible. You don't know the Bible. You got Donald Trump Bible. You in trouble. Oh, Americans are in trouble. So let's take a listen to how Trump is trying to revise history, especially on my people's dime. Boy, Donnie, go sit your fat blubber butt down. Let me hold my tongue a moment. One moment, please.
Some of the very first executive orders that this administration issued were against diversity and
hit the like button. Thank you.
Against civil rights efforts and actually trying to recast white Americans as the primary victims of racism in this country. Well, you can't learn the history that is portrayed in the National Museum of African American History and Culture and understand that Black people were enslaved for 246 years and then had to go through 100 years of racial apartheid, and that actually we've only had full legal and codified equality for 57 years in this country, and then think that white people are legitimately the ones who are being most discriminated, the white majority in this country.
They like to flip
in order
it
to be able to justify
with lies.
These regressive policies, you have to hide the true history of this country. You have to act like slavery was just a blip. Most white people had nothing to do with it. We passed these civil rights laws and everyone has equality. And so only the people who want to talk about race are the actual racists. That is how you are able to justify the policies that we're seeing right now. If history didn't matter, if they didn't understand that being able to control the narrative, how we see themselves, you wouldn't see so much effort being placed in what art gets to be displayed in museums, what histories get to be told. What do we go into an art museum for? It humanizes people. It helps us understand people who are different than us. It gives us empathy for different types of humanity. You don't want that type of empathy if you're planning to pass policies that are going to hurt other people who are not the people in power. So these things are always connected. Some of the very first executive orders that this administration issued. Very first executive order.
She's right. Everything she has said. But we are a people that can't be stopped, Donald Trump. You should know that. And this is from the Weekend Prime. So, breaking. In a stunning moment, Republican Barry Moore was just asked at his town hall who pays for Donald Trump's tariffs. Moore was left speechless after being called out. This is amazing. This is magnificent, like me. Uh-oh, I keep muting everything.
I want to know who pays the tariff? Is it consumers or a true the exporting country? So right now, what we just saw.
Why'd he try to lie?
We haven't seen inflation at all. If y'all saw the report, that wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question.
Who pays the tariff, MAGA? Tear him up. Get him. Get him. He's scared. Look at him. He about to lie, y'all. Listen.
Okay, Germany and Japan, in order to help you rebuild, we're not gonna. You can sell your cars in America, but we're not gonna force U.S. autos to sell in foreign countries. And so that's why when you go to Berlin, Germany, you do not see a General Motors product. When you go to Japan, you do not see a Tokyo, you don't see Fords, but you see.
But it costs so much to make it here, and it costs us more if it was made here.
It's been going on a long time. So Trump asked Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, he said, why is that? She said, I don't know. Nobody's ever asked the question. And so we'll start seeing it as we just cut the taxes on all the new cars.
He ain't answered the question yet, you all. Hit the like button, please. Thank you. Oh my God, he's lying. He's lying. Well, I can sure show y'all my bills from China. See, this was happening, and it happened Donald Trump's first term, but we kind of just were like, oh, well, he done made it now. F Trump, but he's in there now. But this time, we're not accepting any abuse, and we should not have accepted the first term. I didn't accept it. I've been on his ASS ever since he was in there the first term, because I don't like the Antichrist. But these MAGA Republicans that are in office, they cannot handle this heat. But see, they want to get voted back in, so they got to get out and campaign. But what has been happening as it happened this week? Several seats have been taken by the Democrats. So these MAGA Republicans, they in fear, but they got to get out there and campaign. Because if not, they really won't get their seats. And at least 2 have backed down, said they're not running again. Because, honey, especially that one that said we all got a DIE. Girl, you know better. You know better. They should have a foot across your neck. Okay, all right. So we're going to listen to Mayor Bass a little bit, because California has a low crime rate compared to Texas. Abbott, Governor Anus Abbott, getting it bust wide open, grinder.
Critically important that we not normalize his behavior on any level, using the word dictatorship lightly and the inappropriate, unconstitutional, illegal use of the armed forces. It's critically important that we not normalize his behavior on any level, using the word dictatorship lightly and the inappropriate, unconstitutional, illegal use of the armed forces. It's
thank you, King Charles Scott. We'll continue
on any level, using the word dictator.
Donald Trump is a dictator. It's nothing to brag about. It's embarrassing. We're supposed to be the country of the land of the free. But right now, we're not free. And what's sad, MAGA, you don't want to accept this, but we are all enslaved at this point. You might as well be a black person like me. Yeah. You need to be black like me. Okay, let's see. I'm in LA. We have massive crime under reporting. Well, it can't be worse than in Texas, honey, because Houston, Texas is off the chain. And the disease rate, the HIV is up. All the red states, I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, baby. Everything is up.
We have some major news right now. Tom Homan, Donald Trump's border czar, says expect a major uptick in immigration enforcement
Thank you for the
activities in
super
sanctuary
sticker,
cities
super
across
chat.
the country, Chicago, Seattle, Portland, elsewhere. The Trump administration is expecting to do a surge of immigration enforcement after Labor Day, after Monday, across the country, specifically targeting Democratic cities. Why? Because Donald Trump thinks that illegal immigration is festering in Democratic cities.
Yes, Queen Blue.
Their immigration enforcement tactics have not bore fruit as much as they had wanted to. They wanted to meet this 3,000 arrest quota per day. They haven't really been able to reach it, and now they're about to surge immigration enforcement into these blue cities across the country: Seattle, Portland, Chicago, New York, probably everywhere in between. So spread the word so more people know, especially if you live in these areas. Be mindful, there'll be much more immigration enforcement on the streets. ICE, CBP, and other DHS officials. Spread the word. Subscribe to my Substack at the link in my bio for more information and to support and follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come. We have some major news right now.
Let me tell you something. It wasn't about picking on anybody to have any kind of disease. No. It was about making a point. Donald Trump has affected our CDC. He doesn't care. He took funding. He's doing all kind of awful things. And because of that, in a lot of red states, the diseases are infections. It's rising. Crime rate is rising. But Donnie truly doesn't care, because if he cared, he would try to fix the situations, not trying to put on a stunt for his platform, MAGA. Donald Trump doesn't even care about MAGA, but they don't even realize it. Because MAGA, you red states, baby. You get the most food stamps and all of that. All that free benefits he's pulling from you, MAGA. How it feels. We're going to watch this and we're going to be getting out of here soon. But let me go back and read his, I want to say thank you, Daddy in a Caddy, for your super chat you sent me. Thank you. Thank you, King. So we're going to watch this and we're going to get out of here soon, okay?
We have some big news right now. The United States military is giving a full military funeral to Ashley Babbitt, one of the January 6th insurrectionists who died at the Capitol, storming the Capitol. So Judicial Watch, which is a conservative legal group, released a letter publicly showing that the United States Air Force will now provide this insurrectionist with military funeral honors, reversing a Biden-era decision that denied her family's request. This letter went so far as extending an invitation for the mother and father of Ashley Babbitt to go to the Pentagon, meet with top officials so that the Pentagon can offer their condolences. Ashley Babbitt, who is an Air Force veteran, was killed by law enforcement during the January 6th insurrection. She was trying to climb through a barricaded door to the speaker's lobby near the House chamber. And now the Trump administration is giving her military honors as part of this new funeral. I'm curious to see, is she going to be buried at Arlington National Cemetery? Spread the word so more people know. Subscribe to my Substack.
So Donald Trump give this lady that was a J6er a military going away. But the Democratic Congress people that was unalived by a MAGA Republican, he had nothing to say. That's what America is right now. Sad. A sad place to live. But when we was with President Joe Biden, it was so much better. Your benefits was still there. They wasn't threatened. There wasn't going to be $1 trillion, $1 billion, a trillion, whatever it is, taken away from your Medicare and your MAGA food stamps that you get every month. But he gives a lady that's gone bye-bye or going away service through the military? What is happening here, America? This is sad. Un-effing believable. One moment, I'm going to put my phone on the charger because it's going dead. All right, all right. Are you still there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, people? Tell me if you can hear me. Let me know, baby. I got what you want and I got what you need. That's why you come over here to chill with me. Yeah, we Netflixing and chilling over here, baby. You know you like it. You like what you see. Because I got what you want. I got what you need. Come to mama. One moment. So, he loved this country. Talking about Donnie. He loved this country so much. He bought his way out of fighting for it. Yeah, Donnie did that. And this is his records when it happened back in June 1946. And I think I put this on my community wall on a post. So if you haven't seen this, this is your boy Donnie. Instead of him going to fight for our country, he chickened out, him and his father. And he got bone spurs. Donnie got bone spurs. Donnie, you're not an alpha male. You are what? A beta. Say it with me, Donnie. A beta. That's what MAGA voted for. Yeah. So I'm going to play a couple videos for y'all. We're going to be getting out of here soon, okay?
Donald Trump flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane 7 times. He pled the 5th 97 times. He has 34 felony convictions from 91 criminal charges, 26 assault accusations, 6 bankruptcies, 5 draft deferments, 4 indictments, 2 impeachments. He ran a fake university and a fake charity that were both shut down as he was sued for fraud. This man bankrupted a casino 4 times. He's paid $25 million in fraud settlements and $400 million from defamation judgments, $96 million from the assault judgments. Think about it, y'all. This man has had to spend over $500 million in his lifetime to keep himself from going to prison for the rest of his life for harming and abusing people, mostly women. And y'all think he's a good man.
He's a good man, Savannah. Savannah, that's a good man. You know how the old folks always want to tell you about somebody, a good man. They are the worst man. The preachers be the worst people. The MAGA Republicans, the worst people. Yeah. That ain't no lie. It's a fact. Touching children and going on, putting stuff in the ice cream. Fix it, Jesus. Jesus Christ. A little history right here for you, baby.
The person I'm going to tell y'all about today, I know a lot of you guys know who this is. But for those who don't,
this is for history
meet
buffs.
Nat Turner. And America didn't just execute him. They desecrated him. They ripped him apart piece by piece.
Hit the like button, beautiful ones.
Just a warning to every enslaved black soul who ever dared to dream about freedom.
I love this
woman.
woman.
In chains in 1800 Virginia. But from the moment he drew his first breath, this country decided that he wasn't human. But Nat was different. He believed he was chosen. On August 21st, 1831, he took that belief and turned it into fire. He and his brothers in bondage, they rose up. They fought with axes, knives, with their bare hands. And in 2 days, more than 50 white men, women, and children were dead. It was bloody. It was deliberate. It was the nightmare the South prayed would never come true. Enslaved people fighting back, making their suffering visible, undeniable. But rebellions don't get to last in America. The militia came down with a fury. In their retaliation, they murdered not just rebels, but at least 200 black men, women, and children. 200. Slaughtered for daring to breathe the same air as Nat Turner. And when they finally caught him, they wanted more than death. They wanted destruction. They hanged him, but they didn't stop there. They skinned him. Turned his
they
flesh
even
into
cooked his body and ate it.
They boiled his body down into grease. They passed his bones around like souvenirs. They held his skull on a shelf like a trophy. Can you even imagine the level of hatred it takes? The coldness to carve up a man's body and wear it like fashion. To cook down his
like
flesh
Fashion Nova.
to pass his bones like heirlooms at a family table. That is America. That is what this country did to a man who dared to say, "I will not die enslaved." They thought mutilating Nat Turner would erase him. That if they scattered his body, they could scatter his story. But they failed. Because here we are nearly 2 centuries later, still saying his name. Still telling the truth that they tried to bury in grease and bone. So when you think of Nat Turner, don't just remember the rebellion, right? Remember what they did. Remember the mutilation. Remember the purse, the skull, the bones, the grease. Remember how far America went to make Black freedom terrifying, and then let yourself feel it. Because if one enslaved man with nothing but faith and fire could scare them into this kind of savagery, imagine the power we still hold when we stand together. Say his name, Nat Turner.
Nat Turner. MAGA, say his name, Nat Turner. Say it.
The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is check my phone to see if he's still here. I'm waiting on the big, beautiful breaking news from that white boy Aaron.
Aaron Partners.
He's no longer with us. You know how bad of a person you got to be when people is waiting.
I'm waiting.
You to pass away.
Every day.
At some point in time.
Where's his casket? Is he in it?
Big Macs. All that salt on them fries is liable to catch up with you.
Hit the like button, please.
Waking up every day, the first thing I do to see did it happen overnight. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. But every day.
Thank you.
Is a day closer, y'all. Every day.
He's just getting fatter and fatter, more fat around that heart. It's gonna squish him.
Breaking news I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to hear that breaking news. And you know what kind of person, you got to be a terrible person when I don't even have to say no name. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'm the same way every day. I ain't gonna lie, y'all know it. I tell y'all, I'm checking to see if the big giant green giant, the big orange giant's still alive. Lord, when he gonna go? He old, he's still and he crusty. He gotta go. Lord, we can't take it no more. We're just gonna be so poor. It's gonna be pitiful. He got to go. Donald Trump gotta go. He gotta go. I don't care how he go, Lord. Just take him. But you know who's gonna do something to him? His own people. It won't be a black. It won't be a brown person. It's gonna be one of his own. Maybe even a MAGA. Because you know they mind ain't right. They sick in the head. So we're gonna listen to some of this again. Because you know it give a little bit of connection of Donnie and Epstein.
Have you been living in the neighborhood for a long time? Yeah. And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Listen.
You know them all from the newspaper.
Do you see Bill Clinton going there?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yeah. I think of the other ones. Andrew.
Prince Andrew. You saw Prince Andrew going there. And what do you think actually happened inside of his home?
All the most terrible things you can think of.
And what do you think the truth is about the Epstein files?
Well, someone has them. Yeah. Maxwell probably would be the best source. But she'll stay put.
Would you support Donald Trump if he were to give her a pardon to let her spill all the information?
No. Because that means she's out of jail. She was definitely his partner. I believe that.
Partner in crime.
People like Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons, a lot of other people walk inside this building.
Well, Bill, you got to go down too, buddy.
Security guards. We park here or stand out here so you can't miss it. And I saw plenty over the years. This is a long time ago now. Before we knew what was going on, just young girls. I mean, young.
How old were the girls that you saw go in?
Well, because they were coming from schools. They were coming from public schools.
Really?
So they were high school age.
Wow, so you saw a bunch of high schoolers going inside here.
You can tell. I always come this way home, and you cross the street, and maybe on the far corner be two girls. Now, don't get nervous. It's going to be all right. He's really a nice man. You know, he promised people that didn't know people like this exist in a gorgeous house like this. They didn't know he was going to abuse them. He said, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You know, when you get out of high school, I'm going to get you a modeling job. I'm going to set you up." And you know, he promised them all kinds of things, and they unfortunately believed him.
That Epstein boy, we know he was a bad man. And y'all want to make me think that Donnie was not involved and they was friends that long and hung together? Come on now. She said she saw Donald Trump there too. And I don't think this beautiful queen would tell a lie. I just don't believe so. She was telling on everybody, but she was honest. She said, but she said Bill Clinton was there, but she said she didn't see Bill Gates, but his own wife told it on him already. So we know Bill Gates was getting down with the get down too. His wife said he couldn't stay off around Epstein, so she divorced him. She said it in the interview, y'all. Y'all knows. So this is going to be something that we're going to watch, and it's AI, and it's cute, and it's funny, and I just love it. I want y'all to have some humor too in your life for the weekend, okay? Just in case I don't go live tomorrow. But you know, like if Donnie does something stupid, I got to go live, okay? Well, let's take this. It's AI, and we're going to enjoy it.
And now it's time to go.
Let's see what else I got, y'all. What I got for you. I got what you want. I got what you need, baby. Oh, I can't play that. Oh, no. But anyway, I try to play without the music. This is a true president. I cannot wait till Governor Newsom is in the White House. Yeah, I can't wait. I's going to be so excited. I's going to be so excited. Yeah. I's just going to be so excited. I just don't know what I'm going to do. And I love this right here. Hold on.
Oh, brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you
AI.
can put some power into that, right?
That soup is so good. You know Campbell's got the best soup, y'all. I love Campbell's soup. See, every now and then I will show y'all some artificial intelligence. It's just for kicks and giggles, comedy. Brighten up your weekend because you don't have a hard day all week at work. Listen to your boss, man. Get on your nerves. Type up this, type up that. Oh, you didn't complete this. Well, honey, you got to laugh a little bit. That's what life is about. A little fun. So we're going to listen to this right here. This is what we need, really. We need something that's inspirational.
The only minority destroying America is the billionaires. Trans people are 1% of the population.
My lipstick is messy because her man been kissing me.
Undocumented people are 1% of the population. We are focused on the wrong 1%. Trans people aren't taking away our health care.
Nope.
Muslims aren't defunding our schools.
Nope.
Immigrants aren't cutting taxes themselves.
All right, all right.
Friends. It's the billionaires and their puppet politicians. The culture wars are a smokescreen. So many of the divisions in this state and in this country are manufactured by billionaires who want us fighting each other instead of fighting them. They want us.
That's true.
They want us looking left and right at our neighbors instead of looking up at them. The biggest divide in our politics is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom.
Y'all, let me do a lipstick check because somebody put in the chat and said that my lipstick is a mess. Well, my hair is long and it keep getting on my lips. So one moment. One moment. Oh, my lipstick, they did not lie, y'all. It's all over the place. One moment, you guys. I did not want to look like a clown like Donald Trump. And I got nice full lips too, so ain't no telling, honey. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm about to come back to my people because y'all give it to me good. Y'all give me love every time you come on here. And I love y'all. We ain't gonna worry about the lipstick right now because, honey, I gotta wash it off anyway. Okay, I'm back now. Y'all miss me? Did you miss me? I miss you all the time. That's why I may just go live tomorrow, y'all, and don't go live on Sunday. But anyway, Donnie does something every day, so I just have to go live, you know, because he just keeps my channel just going. Hey, you ain't got to worry about anything to be talking about, because you're going to have something all the time if you talk about Donald Trump. Yeah. He keeps the old girl busy. Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, in some ways, people try to say God put him in the White House. I don't believe God is that cruel. But
Nope.
in a way, I'm thinking the way you could justify saying that, Donald Trump is the physical embodiment of all of America's sins.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Right? He's sloppy. He's unkempt.
Thank you.
Everything about him is false. His hair.
Hit the like button, please. Come on, everybody.
He's old, but his followers try to pretend that he looks like Superman. He's a terrible businessman and a failure who gets to fake success because he's white, so banks keep lending him money even when he's failing. His father scoops money out of his siblings' inheritance to give him when he fails. He's a fuck up, but he's able to be a success because white America keeps saying, no, that guy is what success looks like. He's only a success on that TV
Somebody
show
filed
because when
bankruptcy
he was at
6
his
times?
brokest,
Not.
he gets hired to be on The Apprentice. His boardroom couldn't even be used on The Apprentice, and I found this out of
It was filth.
my Trump book
Filthy.
because it was so shoddy and unkempt. I went in Trump Tower in the 80s. It was tacky and sad. His marriage is a fraud. Melania clearly won't even touch him. The last time she let him touch her, they had Barron. Clear that he ain't touching her now. He doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't have morality. He got 3 baby mamas, 5 children.
Ghetto.
Everything about him is a lie. He's not a Christian, but Christians love him. But he embodies the greed, the shamelessness, the lasciviousness of capitalism. And now also to your main and I think really important point, the mediocrity. He could never be JFK. He's not handsome. He's not suave. He's
Nope.
not brave. He was never a war hero.
He's
like
beta.
JFK. He has
Not alpha.
Even RFK can never be JFK. None of these people stand up to JFK's legacy.
Nope.
But he can only get a theater named
Not
after
even
him
Jimmy
by
Carter. I
stealing
love Jimmy
JFK's.
Carter.
Melania
One of my
can only get a
favorites.
ballroom, the Kit Kat Club lady he met at the Kit Kat Club. We don't know who introduced him, but Jeffrey Epstein was around. She can only get a ballroom named after her by being married to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he said himself, he could never get a Kennedy Center honor. Unworthy. But he can get one now.
Can't even get a Nobel Prize.
He owns the Kennedy Center.
Donnie ain't even getting the Nobel Peace Prize. And you know who got the Nobel Peace Prize? MAGA. You know who got it? President Barack Obama. Yeah, he got it. Yeah. President Barack Obama. That black man got the Nobel Peace Prize because he did great, amazing things. And he also graduated from Harvard. And Donald Trump hates Harvard because of Barack Obama. President Barack Obama, yeah. Jealousy. One moment. Listen to him tell it all.
He says if you're not on board with the Epstein cover-up, oh, I don't want your support. You're a weakling. Fuck you. Fuck you. You suck. You are fat. You are a joke.
He talking about Trump.
You are not funny. You are not as smart
He wearing
as you
Trump
think you
out.
are. You are, and honestly, and if you watch my show, you know I've been very critical. I've never been this far. This just goes to show this entire thing has been a scam. When we look back on the history of populism in America, we are going to look back on the MAGA movement as the biggest scam in American history. And the liberals were right. The MAGA supporters were half. They were. When we look back in history, we will see Trump as a scam artist who served as vehicle for this rather than the other way around. We were not the vehicle for Trump. Trump was the vehicle for all of us.
All right, MAGA. You're just an figment of our imagination. That's pretty much what he's saying. They're going to look back and be laughed upon in history. And my black history would be right back in the books and everything. There would be no Donald Trump. He would be in a casket with dirt thrown over him and no tombstone like he did his first wife. Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to celebrate and do the Holy Ghost dance that they did in my church when I was a little girl. Yeah. Yeah, me. Queen Lillie. It is amazing to be alive at this time because we're going to get to see Donald Trump crunk over. And we're going to celebrate. All right, all right. This is AI as well. Let's celebrate and have little kicks and giggles for comedy. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? This little piggy gone home. Yeah. Oh, Donnie is just a big fat pig. That's what he is, y'all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, Donnie didn't know how to be a strong man when Putin came around. But I'm going to show you somebody who was a strong man. They went to Harvard University, honey. All right, all right, all right. President Barack Obama handled Putin while Donnie was out there clapping for a war criminal. President Barack Obama had Putin looking down because he was afraid of the black man, the powerful black man, President Barack Obama. All right, all right, all right. And that's what we're going to end it at, y'all. Yeah. I just love y'all. Y'all make me so happy, and I'm so grateful that y'all come and Netflix and chill with me. It's a Friday night, and we've been hanging out together and just having a good old time. I love you. I do. I love each and every last one of y'all. Hit that like button before you leave out. Enjoy your weekend. And I just may go live this weekend, which I don't go live on weekends. But anytime Donnie does something stupid, I got to come celebrate it. Yeah. You know why? Because I give you what you want. I give you what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. Baby, that's me. And you know it. I love you guys. God bless.